Hey guys, it's Cece and I'm here for the second video of the day to talk about my December TBR. So I am theming my December TBR around catching up. Basically, at the beginning of the year, I made a list of the top 16 books that I wanted to read in 2016, and I have a few of those left. I did not finish them early enough, so we're getting them in December. Let's talk about those. We're just gonna jump right in. I have catching up to do. So the first book on my TBR is The Cuckoos Calling by Robert Galbraith, aka J.K. Rowling. This was in my November TBR, but I did not get to it. I just started it last night, only read a couple of pages. Basically, this is a detective story. I've been curious about reading some of J.K. Rowling's other stuff, and so we're gonna see how this goes for me. Hopefully I like it, but I'm kind of cautious about it. I don't know if I'm gonna love this book, but I gotta get to it. Next book on my TBR is You Know Me Well by David Levithan and Nina LaCour. I went and bought this book last week and I am so excited about it. This is a YA contemporary. It follows two people, a gay man and a lesbian, I believe, and they go to the same school, but they don't really know each other, and then they meet at Pride and become friends and talk about relationships, and they form a friendship. This was my most anticipated release of 2016, and I was supposed to read it, and I never did when it came out in like June, so it's time for me to finally read this one. Luckily, it's very, very short, so I'll be able to get through it quickly. I've heard middling things about this. I haven't heard it's as impressive as I was hoping, considering it's by Nina LaCour and David Levithan, two writers I adore, but I'm hopeful still because I'm just hopeful. I just want it to be happy and gay. That's all I need. The next one that I need to finish that was on my list was More Than This by Patrick Ness. I don't know a ton about this, except again, sci-fi, gay main character. I love Patrick Ness's writing, and I'm pretty sure in the first few pages of the book, the main character dies, and we go on from there. So that's intriguing, but also a lot of people adore More Than This, and considering how much I've enjoyed a lot of Patrick Ness's other books, that makes me think I'm going to like it as well. The next book that I need to read is The Lost Hero by Riordon. This is the first book in the Heroes of Olympus series. It was my goal to reread the whole Percy Jackson series this year and then start the Heroes of Olympus, so that's what's happening with this book. The most that I know about the series is that it's, continuing on after Percy Jackson, but that we have a new collection of main characters. I think there's like a collection of 5 or 7 or something. I've seen a lot of art of the main characters of this series, despite the fact that I know almost nothing about it except for the end of the 3rd book. So jumping into this one hopefully as well in December. And the last one that I have to read because it was on my list at the beginning of the year is Blink by Ted Dekker. I don't have high hopes for this. I don't know why I put it on my list or why I still have it, because it does not look like the sort of thing I would enjoy to read. I really like Ted Dekker's writing, but this has a lot of red flags, so maybe you'll see a really negative review of this at the end of the month, but I have to get myself through it because I set goals and I need to achieve them. The next couple of books are books just in general that I want to get to, should I be lucky enough to finish all the books that I have to read. The first of those is Empire of Storms by Sarah J. Maas. This came out in September and I still haven't read it because it's enormous and it terrifies me. So this is book 5 in the Throne of Glass series. Basically everyone already read it, but I read Queen of Shadows last year in December, so I'm still reading it a year apart. I guess it counts. Next book that I also would like to get to is Swarm by Scott Westerfeld, Margo Lanagan, and Deborah Biancotti. Again, this is one that came out in September. Simon & Schuster sent it to me. It's the second book in the Zeros series, the first of which I read last year and really, really enjoyed. So I haven't gotten to this yet, and I don't know why. Basically, this series is about 5 kids who have superpowers and them coming together and making a group. I really liked the first one. I think it had some really great characters, so I'm hoping that I enjoy the second one as well. And I think that it'll be just as fast as the first one because I flew through that one. Another book that I'd like to get to in December is Immortal Song by Megan Crewe. This is a review book that I'm also very behind on. Like I said, this is catch-up December. This is a book about a girl, and she's been raised her whole life to believe she is like the chosen one, and then when she reaches a certain age, she's informed that she's a changeling. She's not actually special, she's just been in place to protect the real chosen one. So she's kind of dealing with the fact that she's ordinary now, and that's not what she expected her life to be, which really interests me. That's what I know. Sounds interesting. Hopefully I'll get to it in December. The last book that I would really like to get to in December, we'll see if it happens, this is kind of an ambitious list, is Caraval by Stephanie Garber. This book comes out at the end of January 2017, but I have an e-arc of it through NetGalley. I've heard that this is supposed to have very like night circusy vibes. It's supposed to be about sisters. End of things I know about Caraval. This has been super hyped. Everyone was desperate to get their hands on it at BEA, and then they were like giving out copies at New York Comic Con, and I missed that too. So luckily I have an e-arc. Hopefully I will like this a bit. If it reminds me of the Night Circus, then I'm sure it has a lot of potential. Plus, I love stories about sisters, so getting to this one as well. Okay guys, there you go. That is my December TBR. Slightly ambitious, but I really need to read a lot of these to catch up on stuff or to offer reviews that I'm a little behind on. Hopefully I'll get to everything. What are you reading in the month of December? Let me know down in the comments below. And like I said in the last video, make sure to go and vote for your favorite 2016 YA releases in the BookTube YA Awards. Link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye!